Okay, this is the front of my condominium where I rent and thereby am subjected to the rules of the homeowners association. Because remember folks, the less money you have in this country, the less freedom you have. So I really want to grow my own herbs because most of them are irradiated at the grocery store or very expensive. So I've got here some, I can't see, okay, basil, and I'm not supposed to have it all in one pot. Basil is supposed to be planted by itself, but I don't have enough money to buy, more soil or more pots, and I certainly don't have enough space. I don't have enough space for separating out the basil plants, and I can't plant them in the ground. Perhaps I could if I made friends with the landscapers, but there's so many pesticides sprayed here that I would never, ever put my food in the ground there because I think it would probably have Roundup, unfortunately. And I know that Roundup causes all kinds of problems, including miscarriages, or has been associated. Roundup has been associated with all sorts of problems, including miscarriages. And here are some aloe plants. My aloe plant had 9 babies this year. My basil had 1 million. That's some lemongrass, which is helpful for stomach aches, and I'm growing that because sometimes, it's too expensive to run down to Whole Foods and purchase something for your tummy. I've got some blackberry there, and I'm desperately trying to keep it from rooting on the pesticide-ridden ground. Got some oregano that's dying. It needs to be repotted. But that is also good for fighting Candida albicans. If you consume oregano oil, which is about $30 for 1/4 of an ounce, I believe, it can help you fight it. But I just grow my own oregano, and I just munch on a couple of the leaves every now and then. There's some peppermint, which is also good for, your tummy. I have a lot of problems with food allergies. I took Accutane, and I also just took a lot of other drugs when I was younger, prescription drugs that have affected my health on an almost seemingly permanent basis. This is raspberry leaf. Raspberry leaf, which a friend of mine just pointed out to me the other day, also has medicinal values. I was buying it for the raspberries, but yes, raspberry leaf has medicinal values. So I've got my rosemary over here, which should not be in full sun, and I'm running out of shady spots on my porch. So 2 blueberry plants. This is what my attempt at helping myself to eat healthier herbs that haven't been irradiated. And even here, they are subjected to possible Roundup contamination. So this is my neighbor's dog, a very sweet dog named Bear. He was laying on the front of our condo peacefully as cars go by. And I have to say that if the Homeowners Association saw this, that we would have a notice on our door. This is not something you're allowed to do when you're at the level of homesteading that I call living in deed restriction. And this is this level. We're going to show you more in a minute about the level of toxins in our environment. So here's the sweet dog breaking the law. Breaking the law. So I don't know if you guys can tell from this angle, but this is an area of grass in between the condominium buildings that have 8 units per residence. And the grass tilts down into the middle. So there's not any real drainage ditch here, but it all seems to kind of come down to right there where there's some kind of cable or something that they work on. And what that means is that all the toxins are washing down here into the area where, we would like our children to be able to play. But we don't, because if someone doesn't pick up something or the spray, all the residues end up right there. And a naturally natural landscape, the water would drain down into a lake or a retention pond, which I don't even think that's what it's called when it's natural. It's called a pond. So we can remember those days.